we're going to be LA tomorrow, but that's too soon for you. Certainly we will return. I used to live in LA, lived in LA for 5 years. Every opportunity we can get to go back to LA, we do so.
Yeah, we love Los Angeles. We would live there if we could figure out how to make it work.
Where are you? Are you gigging in LA tomorrow?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Well, where?
We're playing at a place called Temporary Spaces 2, and it's part of this night called Discotheque, a dance night.
Yeah.
For dancing.
Well, I mean, I actually will probably have this edited and up in time for people to know about it. So.
Awesome.
Wow,
That's great.
Whiz kid. I can't. It's amazing.
It doesn't mean I'll be sleeping much, but. So, tell us about the new album, and some things that maybe were points of inspiration for you both lyrically and how you got it going.
Well, I think it started with a single inspiration that is a paranormal optical phenomenon in the far west Texas desert called the Marfa Mystery Lights, and that's where the name comes from, Sea Mystery Lights.
The Mystery Lights are a phenomenon indigenous to that area of the world. They are completely unexplained, and the first time we saw them, which was about a year, well, you saw it several years, but we saw it for the first time together a year previous to when we moved out there in 2008 to make the record. It was a very perspective-shifting, mind-blowing, world-changing experience because we come from an information age, and we are both very connected people in terms of digital, the digital world.
Yeah.
And we are not used to having any kind of experience where something is unqualifiably real, but at the same time completely unexplained, and without any easy reference, and without you can't just Google it and find the solution. It's something that's difficult and challenging and mysterious, genuinely mysterious and magical in an era where that is kind of dead. So it really blew our minds, and we had to move back to that part of the world and make a record there because we wanted to pay homage to it in a certain sense. So that's really the primary inspiration for the whole album.
We also wanted to know what it was like in that town for people who live with that experience on a day-to-day basis and have grown up with it their whole lives, because it's been around since recorded history. First it was with Native Americans who thought these lights were leaving the body, they were spirits. And then it was cowboys who thought they were ghost campfires, and so on and so on. People have all different kinds of really crazy personal stories of them either being UFOs or chasing them or feeling a presence behind them. So we just had to know what it was like living among them. And it wasn't really about music for us at first. It was just about trying to know ourselves there and to try to figure out whatever we could about ourselves and about the world among those lights. And I think that shaped not only the music and all the creative output that we've now since made, but just our ideology as human beings and like what we believe in and what we think about.
So you guys saw them?
Yes.
Yeah, oh yeah. You see them, it's not an elusive thing. You see it every night, which is kind of the most amazing thing about it is its consistency. Like, almost like it's making fun of you for not knowing what the hell is going on. Like, oh, I'm back again, another night. There's even a county-sponsored viewing platform out on the highway where you can go, and there's little binoculars and bathrooms, and it's open all night. And it's just, it happens every night. It looks like stars have fallen out of the sky and are just dancing around on the horizon. It's amazing.
That is so cool.
Yeah, it's the coolest thing.
If you're ever driving through West Texas, you must go. You must stop and see it. It's really special. And I think that actually there are similar phenomena around the world. Like, I know that there's one in Australia.
Called the Min-Min Lights.
The Min-Min Lights. There's something called the Brown Lights, like in North Carolina, I think, somewhere in that part of America. It's not an isolated incident, which is even stranger.
So the new record Sea Mystery Lights came out. Was it in September? No, it was early, July. It was summer, end of July, summer, and it came out on DFA.
Yes.
How has that been? How's it been working with DFA?
At first we were a little bit scared about working with a label that we perceived to be large like DFA, because we've made it a point in our lives to only work with people that we have had really intense personal friendships and relationships with. So luckily DFA only is a charade. Its largeness is only a charade and only a mirage. So yeah, it's actually just a couple people, just like every other label we've ever worked with. So it's really amazing we have that personal friendship now that governs everything. So it's exactly the same to working with any other label, except it has this worldwide recognition, which we sort of use as a key into people You know, people are willing to check out and listen to stuff that just has that logo on it, you know, so we feel really fortunate and lucky to have this key into people's minds and souls. Yeah. We are exploiting it.
It's truly a golden key. It's a pass into the nightlife and the underworld of every major city in the world, honestly. It's special. We try to take advantage of it as much as possible and to exploit it as much as possible.
Now, you talked about how connected you are with the digital world, digital media, and I know about your incorporating presentations, like kind of software with it. I mean, how do you feel about? Do you have like a specific preference for like PowerPoint versus Keynote, or so?
Hands down, Keynote.
Keynote is much better.
One.
Yeah.
Keynote is much better. Although PowerPoint still has that kind of cultural cachet. You know, you can't talk about Keynote and have everyone understand what you're talking about. We often use the word PowerPoint to talk about what we do, even though we don't use the program PowerPoint. It's like saying Kleenex instead of tissue. But we're Mac users, for what it's worth. But we view PowerPoint/Keynote as being just one tool in a large toolbox of digital tools that we are so blessed to have access to, because it makes a huge difference in terms of presentation, how we present ourselves to the world. We have the power to completely forge our own identities as a band without having to hire somebody else to do design or branding or website or anything for us. We can just do it all ourselves because we have access to those tools, which is really self-empowering and speaks largely to our DIY experience being from the Pacific Northwest. We exploit that as much as possible. That's another golden key. That's golden key number 2 for us is self-empowerment through digital software.
Well, and you're taking this corporate tool, and using it artistically. Are you familiar with the David Byrne's work? Oh, okay, of course. How do you feel about the way they are actually teaching PowerPoint, like all the way in junior high school now? Do you think this is a good or a bad thing?
Well, historically, it seems like PowerPoint gets a lot of criticism for being actually a terrible communication tool. So I don't know. That doesn't seem like. I mean, right off the bat, it doesn't seem like a great thing. But I love the idea of middle schoolers' PowerPoint presentations. I want to see what those are.
Yeah. What do they look like?
Yeah.
What are they about?
What are they about?
Are they as half-assed as middle schoolers, like little poster board things that they make about books and stuff that they read? I mean,
that's so mean. None of my stuff. I did all of that stuff with my complete heart, with my full heart.
Of course. I mean, so did I. But still, it's like everything I know about, tigers, cut out stuff from the internet. I know how it is. Well, it's interesting. I mean, kids these days. I mean, young kids right now in the world have an incredible aptitude for communication, and they understand the world in a very different way than even I feel like I do. And I'm only 24. I mean, it's going so quickly, and I think that kids are savvy, and they will figure out how to use stupid tools like PowerPoint to their advantage. I'm not worried about it.
Well, I think people are going to be psyched in LA on Friday night to see you guys. So hopefully you can get some rest on the flight back out there, and
we're planning on sleeping on stage tonight, just as part of it.
Performance. Yeah. That's our performance.
Yeah.
Well, can you give a shout out to LAist and our readers?
Yeah.
Of course.
Hello, LAist. Hello, readers. Hello, watchers. Hello, Bobby Birdman of Los Angeles.
We love you, Los Angeles, and we love your ist.